Happy Monday, guys. June 29th, 2026. First half of the year is just about over. Market's been pretty good. I'm big on buying the RSI when it's less than 30 or buying stocks when they trade less than 30 on the daily chart with the RSI, the Relative Strength Index. So today, when the market opens, we're about 12 minutes from the market open. I'll go through some of the stocks, if not all of them, that I have purchased in the last 2 to 3 weeks that printed RSI less than 30. And we'll see how they're doing. Some of them's doing pretty decent and some are not. And so I'll show you the real world. This is just for entertainment purposes. If you want to walk along, if you want to learn, you can. You can learn from my mistakes. But, excuse me. But anyway, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my trading platform with you and kind of show you what I walk through every day before the market opens, the things that I do. And so let's do that. Let's get out of this and go here and share. Okay. So you're looking at the S&P 500, and that's the index that I focus on more than any. And usually that's what I trade, a day trade. A lot of times I'll day trade some stocks, but for the most part, I day trade indexes, and I purchase long-term calls or puts, or either buy shares, usually long, on companies that are oversold via the RSI less than 30. So I've marked the previous, going back to the S&P 500, I've marked the previous day high, which is 736.53. And over on the right side, you can see this PDH. I've marked that as the previous day high. But there's also another couple of figures that you can see. This is pre-market. Looks like about, let me move this window. Looks like about 6 o'clock, maybe 6:15 Central Time. It traded at a high of 738. And then earlier, about 2 a.m. this morning, 734. So what do you have there? You have two levels. You've got a pre-market high and a pre-market low. Those are important. Those are going to be resistance levels, and it's going to be a support level. Stock breaks out. Right now, it's above the previous day high, which is super important. It's super positive. I mean, the S&Ps are up $9 right now, pretty much. So, but still, what is it going to do? What would you have to do to have conviction that, hey, we need to go long? We need to make a trade to the long side. We need to break that pre-market high. And conversely, the pre-market low is the first level of support. The previous day low would be the second. So I like to go in always prior to the market opening and put these figures in, mark them. So we're going to mark the previous or pre-market high, and we're going to mark the pre-market low right there. Okay, then I'm going to go in and click a text box, and we're going to put PMH, pre-market high, and you can see it populate. And let's do a pre-market low. Okay, those are levels that I'm looking at, and those are important to me as if I'm going to day trade, that we at least hold that. I wouldn't want to be in the S&Ps if it rolls over and it gets below the previous day high of 736.53, because if it does, where's it going? It's going to go to the 734 level, more than likely. And it could bounce there. And that's another thing. A lot of times you want to go long on support and you want to go short on resistance. So a lot of times if the market does roll over in the first 15, 20 minutes of the market, you can look at going long at this 734 pre-market low level. Oftentimes it will bounce there. Okay. All right, so let's go look at what's moving. So I'm gonna go over here on my left. I've got tech stocks on the top, And I've got some value stocks, if you will, mainstream. You've got pharmaceuticals, retail, Walmarts. You got Dow Chemical. You've got food companies. I want to minimize that and go to Trade Flash and see if we see any news on Trade Flash. And I don't see anything. Space stocks are up across the board. Space stocks had a tough week last week, even SpaceX. That's turning around. Rocket Labs they're purchasing some company, I can't remember the name of it, for $9 billion. So it's catching a bid, saying they're going to be in competition with SpaceX. And you can see it's the most, the most volume has printed from Rocket Labs pre-market 4 million shares. Next is SpaceX, and this is on my list. And then NVIDIA, and here's another space stock, Redwire, printed 2 million. So if we want to go down to the 10 most active, if you will, these are going to be the most volume on the New York Stock Exchange. You've got UPC, and stock was trading at $7, got up as high as $17.76, 23 million shares. I want to caution you on these stocks. A lot of these are low float. They're small caps, micro caps, and many traders will fade the move, meaning they will go short at the opening. So you can get hurt really quick on these high flyers if you're not careful. Nokia looks like 6 million shares. Micron is giving back some of its gains from last week. Let's see, we got Hertz. Hertz is trading 2.2 million shares. So Hertz closed Friday at 264, and right now it's printing at 264. Okay, let's see. Redwire, WFC, Wells Fargo banking stock. I don't see any news on that. Here's Wendy's. That's the meme stock of last week. Looks like it's maybe settling in a little bit. Closed at 780 Friday, and its bid looks like about 779. So it's about par. STI, BB, BlackBerry, and QH. Okay, that's an ADR, American Depository Receipts, what that stands for. Not interested in that. A company that's based in another country, but they're trading on the New York Stock Exchange. ADR, American Depository Receipt. I stay away from those. I stay away from China stocks, any stock that's not based out of this country. That's just a personal preference. Let's go to the NASDAQ. 10 top volume NNBR. I have no idea what that is. It closed at 276 Friday. It got up nearly $5 early this morning. Right now it's trading at 380. So obviously it's good. Okay. Let's see. Decoy, DCOY is another one. Traded at 550 Friday. Now it's trading at nearly $12. Okay. So lots of, you're going to find if you do pre-market high volume, you're going to see a lot of these big movers going to gap way up, going to gap down. So I would just encourage you, like I said, to be careful. Okay. Let's see. Palantir sticks out. We bought Palantir last week, and wow, awesome! It's clipping at 117.11. We bought a September 18 105 call strike, if I remember. So we're going to be doing okay on that. Palantir. Why did we buy it? We bought it because it traded less than 30 on the RSI. And I can click to the chart right here, the 3-month chart, and you can see that. Okay. You can see that. You may not be able to see it because of my window, but over here at the end of June, let's see, June 25, it traded at 27 RSI. Right now, the RSI is 34.51 as of Friday. You can look at this candle. This is Friday's candle. We got a higher high and a higher low. Good. Got down to 106.37, and it boomed, it popped. And you can look at the history of Palantir. The last 3 months has not traded below 30. Well, let's check. Let's just take a quick look here, just for information. 9 months. Let's go back 9 months. Okay, here we go. February, the first week in February, it traded twice less than 30 on the RSI. And what happened? Boom. Okay, so it's not going to stay oversold too long. Okay, most of the time. I should say most of the time. Not all the time. I mean, the RSI less than 30, it's down there for a reason. Something's happened. It's a negative connotation on the stock. So they're selling it off and it goes so far down. The RSI clicks less than 30. That indicates technically it's oversold. We want to come in and purchase it. And then we want to wait patiently for it to come out of that and take some profits. And if you want to hold it long enough, you can hold it until the RSI clicks at 70 or above. And if you do that, you're going to do well. But it takes a lot of patience and just sitting on your hands a lot of times. So today I want to buy Oracle. Oracle Friday traded less than 30 on the RSI. I didn't get a chance to buy it at the close, and I thought I would wait till today and check it out. So Oracle, you can see here, RSI 29.58. Now that's great, but the bad thing for me, it's up $4 right now. There's the software trade is alive and well, and you can see I've clicked some levels here. So let's go to the flexible and I'll pull this down over here out of the way. Okay, so previous day high was 153.54, and right now it's trading at 153.57. There's the bell. The market's open. What is it going to do? Who knows? Okay, so may have to wait. May have missed the RSI less than 30. Should have probably bought it, obviously, Friday, but you can't win them all. Okay, you just have to do the best you can. The Oracle has been very beat down very badly. You can see it clicked at 250 a share the 1st of June, and the end of June it's nearly at its low of 134.57. So it's had a tough time. You know, why is this software company having a tough time? Well, AI, artificial intelligence. This is a software company. They come in and write code. Okay. So are we going to have these companies as much in the future? Probably not, because you can just say, AI, write me this code, and it will do it. So let's go back to our flexible grid. Let's go to SPY, and it's faded a little bit. Okay, you can see here's the 5-minute chart on the left, and it's right under the previous day high. Okay, so remember the level we're looking for is 738.10. We need to get over the pre-market high for us to have a bull long thesis, if you will. Now you see this white line, and the fluorescent. The white line is an 8 EMA, the fluorescent's 21. And I like for that white line to cross above the 21. That tells me on the 5-minute chart that the bulls are in control. Okay, that's my confirmation if I want to go long. Okay, and now the same way, if I want to go short, it's going to cross down. So I can see we're catching a bid on SPY. You can see that as well. Let's go to the news. Don't see any news. You know, I'm sure everybody's aware that over the weekend we did fire upon some Iranian ships that had fired upon Bahrain, some of their ships, and President Trump's like, hey, wait a minute, I thought I told you guys, you know, the Strait of Hormuz is cool. Everybody's flowing. Well, since all of that happened, you know, they've since come back to the table. They're supposed to meet tomorrow. So that's probably the reason the SPY is catching a bid. Man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this war. But anyway, I'm just telling you what's on the wires. It says here, I can click on it. You can look at it. Exchange traded funds, equity futures higher pre-bell Monday amid hopes for renewed U.S.-Iran diplomacy. So, all I know is over a long period of time, if you buy good companies when they're on sale, irregardless of the war, and you hold them, you're going to do well. We're catching a big bid. SPY is high of the day. It just popped the first 3 minutes. We just hit over pre-market high. Okay, I've got a 5-minute cross. Does that mean I jump in there and go long? No. Why? Well, I've learned over the years that more times than not, the market tends to fluctuate immensely the first 15 minutes of the trading day. Now, some days, yeah, today may be that day. It may start going up and it just goes up, 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 up. Okay, but more than likely, it will go up a little bit and then it will come down. And then we get to the 9 o'clock time, which is 9 o'clock Central. After the first 30 minutes, the market tends to take a breather. Okay, maybe pull back in. A lot of news normally comes out at that time. Speaking of news, we don't have a whole lot going on this week. Earnings, not a whole lot. I guess the big one that I looked at after the close tomorrow, we have Nike. And Nike has just been a nightmare. Okay, and we can look at that real quick. Nike, let's go to this chart and go down to Nike. It's getting a little bid, and you can see, check this out. Man, this is crazy. Nike, just do it. Let's go back 3 years and we'll go to a weekly chart. Check that out. $123.24. It's all the way down to an all-time low. Hit $40 Friday. And right now it's at 41.05. Like I said, now it's expected to announce earnings tomorrow after the close. It has come down. I can see the RSI. Well, this is on the weekly chart, so I don't want to focus on that, but I do want to focus. We can go to the daily in a minute, but I do want to focus on the earnings. Check this out. This is dividends. If you don't know what that is, the dollar sign, that's paying a quarterly dividend of 40 cents a share, went up to 41 cents a share. Company does pay a dividend. Let's look at how much. So 4 times 4 is 160. So 160 divided into, let's just call it $41. So it's a 3.9% dividend. Not bad. So nearly a 4% dividend on Nike. Just do it. Still remember Bo Jackson. Let's go back to the earnings. So the red telephone, that's a conference call. That's your earnings. So we got 54 cents a share, 14. Wow. 49 came right back. 53, 35, and 41. Excuse me. Not 41. That's the dividend. Let's go right here. So 35. 35 is the last earnings. Okay. Let's see. So here's their earnings, and for tomorrow. And what I'm thinking out loud, I'm thinking, should we buy? The bar is so low. Should we buy some calls and just say, you know what, I'm going to roll the dice on that? Normally, buying or selling, going short prior to earnings is pretty risky. Now, here's the thing: is the bar low? Yes. So would they have to come up with a whole lot? Okay, to impress the traders? Not a whole lot. So I'm thinking more than likely, whatever their earnings are, whatever the forward guidance is, I'm thinking that it may be a pretty good risk reward. Okay, so let's see here. JP Morgan this morning at 4 o'clock, you got a price target at $47. Versus 52. Okay. So you can see all the price, most of the price targets, you can look down through here, a lot more than what the stock is now. I do remember Tim Cook is on the board. He bought some, so he's an insider, obviously, and he bought some shares on Nike back, I don't know, a month ago. And the stock did get a little pop. That may be where it is right in here. You may have bought in here. But anyway, let's go to a daily and let's look at the RSI. Let's go to 3 months and daily. Okay, so the RSI is 37.14. So it's not going to meet the metrics of the RSI, but we're talking about earnings. So if I wanted to purchase, look at some earnings. Well, first of all, we're going to go to Thursday. By the way, market's closed Friday. So we've got a shortened week. So buying these weekly options, you got to be really careful. For instance, we buy Nike. It closes after, or it announces earnings after the bell tomorrow. That gives you 1 day. I mean, so whatever you were to put into Nike, you would need to make sure that, hey, you know what? If it does okay, I'm fine with it. If it don't, I'm fine with it. So I'm looking at the 40 strike right here. See this? So one option would cost you $247. Well, actually, you could probably get it about $240 because the bid ask is $232, $247. So that's what you're looking at. Now, what is the expected move? The analysts are expected this company to move $3.50. Okay, so for that trade to work out, they would need to impress the analyst in some form or fashion and bid the stock up. Should we buy it today? Great question. I'm going to wait. I mean, we can buy it tomorrow. They don't announce earnings until after the bell. So we could buy that tomorrow. Okay. And so I'll keep that in mind. Now the stock is giving up a little bit, but I'm gonna wait and look at Nike. You can see it pop way up here, and now it's we're 15 minutes in, or excuse me, 10 minutes in, going on our third candle, the 15-minute candle, and it's already starting to fade. Now that could mean the S&Ps are fading. So let's look at that, okay? But back to Nike, I'm going to wait and see what happens. And if it were to sell off today, go down $1 a share, I would probably look at that and say, you know what? Those options just got a lot cheaper. I might go long, but I hadn't made a decision on that yet. Okay, so the S&Ps up $9 a share, okay, which is good. We've got a 15-minute high and low. The 15-minute low went all the way down to that green line, if you see that. And that's going to be the 200-day moving average. And that's also a good way to mark support. We're still a ways from the pre-market low, okay, but the market is looking good. It's looking strong, okay. Looks like it's going to make a higher high, maybe on this candle. Right now, it's an inside candle, meaning the high and the low is inside the previous candle's high and low, okay. All right, so, and then the previous candle is an inside candle. So we got our second inside candle working, but it's leaning toward higher because you can see a higher low. Here's your low on this candle, and here's your low on this candle. We'll see. We've got, we still have 3.5 minutes or 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in this candle. Let me look over here and all the things that are moving, okay. And I see a lot of green on tech stocks, okay? And it looks on the bottom side here, you can see a lot of red on your mainstream stocks. So what does that tell you? Risk on, okay? Market's feeling good. Traders are feeling good. They're selling Conagra. They're selling Merck and maybe putting money into SpaceX, Palantir, NVIDIA, all of these tech stocks that are catching a bid. That could change in 2 hours. So let's do this. I want to tell you that I'm looking to buy Oracle, okay, less than 30 on the RSI. I told you that earlier, but as you can see, Oracle right now just popped out of that 30 and it is trading at 33.53. Okay, I'm not going to buy Oracle right now. I'm going to wait. And a couple of reasons I want to wait, really. One is I already have Microsoft. I bought Microsoft last week. It's a software company. And so I don't want to get, 2 or 3 different stocks in the same uh, industry, if you will. Industry starts selling off, then I've got 2 or 3 companies that are moving south. Don't like doing that. Okay, so look, we're going to wait on Oracle. So why don't we look at this? Why don't I tell you what I bought and when I bought it, or try to, and we'll look at how we stand. Okay, I'm looking at on my piece of paper. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I bought 8 companies since June 22. 8 companies that had an RSI less than 30. The first one I bought was Netflix. So let's go to Netflix. Okay, catching a little bit of a bid, and we're going to look, and you can see POS down here on September 18 position. I have a position, and I've got three call options. Strike at 75. My average cost is $5.98. It's trading at 620. I'm up $63. Got plenty of time for that. Remember now, you buy shares or you buy longer dated options. And I try to buy them in the money or at the money, meaning if the stock is trading at 75, try to get that strike 75 if you can, or less, if there's enough open interest and enough volume. So we're doing okay on that. Let's go to the second one, Kroger. Okay, so here's Kroger position. Okay, I've got a 55 strike. I've got 2 of them, and I paid $450. Okay, so you can do the math. $900. It's trading at $477. I'm up $53. Not a whole lot. Okay, Halliburton is the next one. I've got a 35 strike. All of these are going to be September 18, 81 days till expiration. So a 35 strike. I've got 3 options, $2.56 on average for each one of them. Excuse me. Right now it's trading at $2.26. Okay, I'm down $92. Okay, so the first 2, Netflix and Kroger, you put them together, and then here's Halliburton. Halliburton just took all that profit out. Okay, if you want to look at it, if I sold right now, I'm not going to sell right now. Okay, Boston Scientific, BSX, I bought 622, a 45 strike. I got only 1. I wasn't real convicted on that. Trade price is 360, and it's trading at 360. So I'm okay on that. Made nothing. Dow Chemicals, got to be down on Dow because I bought a 30 call. I bought just 1 at $3.05, and it is trading at $1.99. I'm down $106 on Dow. I don't like that. Okay, so the next one. So you can see overall on the first, Netflix, Kroger, Halliburton, Boston Scientific, and Dow, overall, I would be down. Okay, not up, down. And then we have, I bought Pfizer on 623, looks like. So Pfizer, I've got a 24 call. I bought 5 options, and my trade price was 103, and it's at 111. I'm up $36. Okay. And Microsoft and Palantir I bought on 625, and they're going to be up nicely. So before we get to those 2, if you do the math, I'm probably down, I don't know, 60, $70. And let me stop and let me say something. Just because a company is selling less than 30 on the RSI, does that mean that we should purchase it? We should go along. Even though it's a good company like Kroger, Halliburton, Boston Scientific, Dow, Pfizer. No. And I'll tell you why. Because these companies don't move, they don't fluctuate every day like a Microsoft and a Palantir and even a Netflix. These tech companies, if you can catch them on sale, you're going to get a lot better bang for your buck, okay, than you are these mainstream, because the ATR, the average true range, and what is the average true range? It's the range that a stock trades every day, meaning if a stock opens at $10 and it goes up to $10.50 and it goes down to $9.50, well, the average true range is $1, okay? And the next stock may be a $20 stock and it goes to 25 and 18, we got a $7 ATR. So obviously when you're buying options or shares, you're going to get more bang for your buck. You're going to get more price movement. You're going to get more fluctuation, more volatility on a higher ATR. These stocks like Kroger, Halliburton, Boston Scientific, Dow, Pfizer, those are going to be low ATR, okay, low average deviation, if you will, range stocks every day. So options, you have to go long on those because the theta decay will kill your premium, okay? So why am I telling you that? I'm telling you that because when we get to the end of July, the middle of July maybe, I'll be looking at that, okay? And I may cut my losses on a Boston Scientific or a Dow, okay? And take a loss on that and not wait until September the 18th, because by the time you get there and the stock were to pop $2, $3 and maybe get to that, I think I had a Dow 30 strike, it may go to 32. By the time you get there, your theta decay on your option is going to just be nothing, and you'll end up losing money anyway. You got to know a little bit of how options work, how the decay works. Easiest thing to do, buy shares. You don't have to worry about any of that. Just costs more money, okay? My $300 option on Dow would have cost me $3,000. And I don't do margin. So I got a cash account, and that's the way I do it, okay? All right, so I just wanted to mention that. So now let's go to Microsoft and Palantir. Okay, so Microsoft and Palantir I bought on 625. Where are you, Microsoft? Right here's Microsoft. I bought a 350 call, and I paid $27.50. That's $2,750. Now you can see it's trading right now at $45.62. So I'm up $1,811. I've nearly doubled my money. Well, not nearly, but maybe up 70%. But let's see, 7 times, if that were 321, yeah, about 70%, pretty close. But anyway, so Microsoft doing well, okay, definitely. So that one trade has more than taken care of the losses of the other one. So let's go to the chart on Microsoft, and you can see here's where we bought it right here, okay, 625 at 28.72, and then it's come out of that, okay? So Microsoft is catching a bid, and I'm certainly tickled about that, obviously. So let's go to Palantir. Palantir, we bought on 625, and we got a 105 call right here. Okay, we didn't buy but one, and I bought it for $13 or $1,300. It's up to $20, and so I'm up $700 on that. So just those Microsoft and Palantir, $2,500 if you combine them. If I sold today, I'm not selling today. Okay, I'm going to wait on those. It's just too early. And why would I say that? Well, look at this. So you're just now catching a bid. I could go in and put a stop in, okay, and protect myself from coming down and losing money. But remember, my option is September the 18th. Okay, that's 81 days from today. So I've got some time for this to fluctuate. And there's one thing that I've learned, just like here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 companies that I've bought with the RSI less than 30. Out of the 8 companies, Microsoft, Palantir, Netflix, I can't remember. Maybe I may be up a little on Kroger, but out of the 8 companies, really right now, 2 of those companies are carrying the 8. So why would you sell the two that are pushing your profit, your P&L, your profit and loss, pushing it higher? Okay, I'm not going to do that. I've got plenty of time to wait on that. Could the bottom fall out? Could I end up losing it? Well, sure I can. Okay, but if we watch that and we're cognizant of what's going on, that should not happen. Okay, so this is buying stock, good companies when they're oversold. And so one thing that I do thinking about that is I scan for that daily. Okay, and I'm looking over here to the left. The SPY is looking good, but I scan. You see this little item here, scan. You click on scan, and you can see my metrics. Okay, I'm looking at stocks between $3 and 500, shares 2 million minimum daily, and then a market cap of 2 billion. Here's your RSI scan. Okay, I want it to be less than 29. Okay, now if I click on scan, it's only going to populate stocks that are trading right now 2 million shares. Okay, well, let's just do it. Shouldn't be very many. 5. See that? So here's Oracle. This is lagging big time, unless we've had a sell-off, and we have. So wait a minute here. We're going to go back to Oracle, but right now 5 companies. So let's go up here and go to 1 million shares. And you can do this after the market closes, and this gives you more shares. Okay. So what is standing out right now? We'll see as I've been talking to you. It looks like Oracle has dipped back below according to this, and it looks like it's being sold. So let's go to charts. Let's go to Oracle, and it's still trading at 31. I don't know if it dipped down or what, but it's at 31.03. Okay, let's go back to that scan. Okay, here it is. RSI over here. It's showing right there. There's Oracle 31.05. Okay. It may have popped down there to populate that. So we certainly want to watch that. Look at this. So what's the news on Oracle? All right. So Oracle adds new Fusion agentic applications, spiking my interest here. So we may get a chance to buy Oracle. Larry Ellison's net worth plunged 45 billion as Oracle stock charts signal more downside. What about that? Your worth went down 45 billion last week. Wow. It's definitely being sold right now. It's going to break 150 any minute. And there it goes, 149.81, 149.66. There's not any news right now. And you go over here, look at the SPY. SPY is selling off. Okay, here we go. That's why. Maybe war related. So let's see here. I don't see anything. I don't know. We may have fired a shot. Who knows? Now we're turning red. Do you see this? Okay. So you got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're working at that 9 o'clock time level. It's 8:56 here in Northeast Mississippi. So remember me telling you around the 9 o'clock time, a lot of times it wants to fade. Okay. You need to wait. If you're going to be a trader, you want to wait, in my opinion, wait and let the market settle. I like to wait most of the time about 30 minutes and just see what's the settling. Because if you buy the indexes, like I do, I trade the indexes, they can move very quickly. And what happens is the indexes will pull stocks down. Okay. If the S&P is going down, more than likely everything else is going to start coming back. So you have to be cognizant of that. You have to be aware of that. And watch the wave, watch the ocean. Okay. If you've got a big wave, if the ocean's causing waves, it will everything will ride that wave. It starts crashing, everything will tend to crash. Now there are anomalies, certainly out of the ordinaries, stock specific news. No matter what the S&P does, the NASDAQ. I mean, it goes up or goes down according to that. Oracle, look at this, 148.93. Let's go back to the chart. And we're 29.93. Okay, so we are below the RSI 30. So am I going to jump in? I am going to wait. Okay, why am I going to wait? Well, look at it. I've got a lower low and a lower high. Okay, I'm right now we're coming upon the previous day low of 148. Well, this is very technically important support level. Okay, this is a place where Oracle today could bounce, okay, and catch a bid, or it's a place, if it trades through, that it could continue. Excuse me. Let's see here. Let's go back to SPY. SPY is continually selling. Now, look at the RSI on the 5-minute chart. Here's a trade that I do quite often, day trade. And you see this number. The RSI right now is 43. So the SPY is at 43. And you can look, even pre-market, it got down. We could just actually put a little line in here to help you. Got down to right there. Okay. So all morning, the lowest that it got, it traded on the RSI on the 5-minute charts, 40.17. So what would I be looking for? I'd be looking for that to break, but I'm not buying it. Okay. I'm going to wait till it gets below 30. It gets below 30 on the 5-minute, I'll go long. Okay. And why? Because it tends to bounce. And now if we do that, we're going to definitely put a stop in. Okay. You got to put a stop when you're doing day trades. You can't sit there and just let it go against you. And if it does well, then you can put a stop in on your break even and ride that wave if it continues. If it doesn't, you get out, take your loss, move on. Okay, so let's go back to Oracle. That's what we're watching. You can see it caught a little bit of a bid. Now we got an inside candle. And look at the RSI right now, 18. So it's a screaming buy on oversold on the 5-minute chart. But we're not looking at the 5-minute on Oracle. We're looking at the 3-month. And right now it's at 29.80. We can go ahead and pull up September 18. That'd be the time I would be wanting to buy it. And I can show you what it's going to cost us. So we got a 148 price. And you can see the strikes right here. You go from 150 to 145. So that's a $5 differential. So why would I not buy the 145? Well, look over to the left. Look at volume. There's been 4 options traded on Oracle today. Open interest, that means outstanding. That's how many contracts are on the books. People are just holding them. 843. Now, remember what we talked about. We want to be liquid. You want to buy liquid options, liquid companies. So I would not buy that because it's just so thin. I'd buy the 150. Why? Because you got 110 contracts already traded. And look at the open interest, 24.39. But you can see the most popular looks like is going to be the 190 calls. The 190 calls, we're talking 7,000 open interest. So there's a lot of people out there saying, hey, this thing's going to go to 190 by September 18. Well, that'd be nice. That would be out of the money. Okay, you go out of the money, it's a lot cheaper. That's some of it because it wouldn't cost you but nearly $600. I go at the money, in the money. It does cost you more, but you have better theta decay, and that's what I like. Okay, so 150, the point, 150 is going to cost you. The bid is $16.50. The ask is $17.20. So we would click ask, and we'd probably try to split that a little bit and put in an order like $16.80. Okay, if you will. But like I said, we're going to wait. Okay, because it looks like it's going to have a good chance to break that one, and it just broke previous day low. So we're certainly going to hold on to that. It's down 67 cents a share. Let's go back to SPY, and SPY is catching a bid. Let's see the news. No news. It's 9 o'clock. So we've been going down. What happens at 9? It tends to reverse. It looks like we're catching a bid. Is it going to catch us all the way back up? I don't know. But there's really no specific news that I can see on SPY, and Oracle has turned red, and I don't see, they haven't had anything out since 7 o'clock this morning. So it's just one of those things that Oracle is not catching a bid. Let's go back to Nike, and Nike, the same thing. One would think leading up to earnings, people would be coming in and buying if it's positive. So I don't know. I'll probably just look at that one tomorrow unless we have a major sell-off today. Certainly, I like to go long on big red days. That's usually a good time to do that. I'm down here looking at my Dow does not look good. Here's Pfizer. It looks pretty good, look okay. But look at Boston Scientific, down 10 cents. Dow continuously goes down. May have to cut my losses on that one. Halliburton's getting a little bit of a bid, not much. Kroger, not much of a bid on that, not moving a whole lot. Remember, though, the ATR on those companies, they're not real volatile. It's going to be low. So you have to be used to that. You're not going to get a whole lot of pops up and downs on that, popping up and down on the stock. Okay, let's get out of that. Let's go back to Oracle. Oracle now is down $1.10. So it broke the previous day low, and look what's happening. It continues to sell off. Continues. Okay? And you're like, golly, what is going on? More sellers than buyers. You can go over here to time and sales. It's just out of favor. Great company. Okay? But like all of these big tech companies, they're raising money to build up their infrastructure, their AI, and doing that, it takes a lot of their free cash flow. So let's go back to the chart, and let's see here. We've got an RSI of 29. Okay, and let's go to trade, and the 150 is 1685 to 1570, and I don't want but one. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in an order for $1,600. $16. That's what I'm going to do. The 150 strike, $1,600, and I'm going to confirm and send. Okay, and I'll show you. See, it's not even populating. Okay. Not even, my order is so far down here, meaning that it's probably at the 145 price. We could go here and see it. Here it is. Let's make this bigger. Well, that's too. All right, so let's see. Oracle's got to get to 145.61. Okay, so you're looking at it. Boom! It just hit it. Wow. Okay, I'm in on Oracle. At the price is 146.98. Market maker sold it to me. Okay, that'll work. So on 629, our RSI on Oracle is 2903. So let's put our symbol ORCL. And September 18, I got a 150 call. And let's go back to the trade tab. Okay. Right here it is, September 18, 150 call. We got in for $16, which is $1,666. It costs 66 cents to to buy an option. Okay. All right. So that worked out. I don't know what Oracle's going to do the rest of the day. The rest of the time, we'll just wait and see. Okay. But we know that that we got it. Let's see. Go back to this chart. We got it right in here. So I'm going to take this off, remove that, and we know we bought it right in here. Okay. So what we'd like to do is we'd like for that price to be awesome if it could stay right in there. Stay above that 146.05. Doesn't mean it won't. Okay. It may go down $10 today. But anyway, the SPYs are down. Okay. Continuously here. Looks like it's 908. And we've got 3 5-minute candles, boom, 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 in a row. And so really no news. Doesn't look like 756. Okay. All right. So look at your RSI. The RSI on the 5-minute chart is at 35.87, which it broke 40. But it's not at less than 30. It gets less than 30, I'm going long on a day trade. Okay, somebody's ringing my phone here. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got into Oracle, RSI less than 30. Excited about that. We'll see what happens. I need to get out of here. I got some things I got to do. I'm just new at this on going live, and what we'll have to do from time to time is I'll have to click stop sharing on my platform, and I'll have to go in here and see if anybody's in the chat, and I'll answer questions. So just bear with me. And I really appreciate you. Entertainment purposes only, and hope you have a good rest of the day.